I am delighted to be here in Colford Studios filming the first episode of season 2 of our Batch docuseries with the incredibly talented Olivia Webb, who is an up-and-coming ceramicist that most of you have probably seen on your Instagram or TikToks recently. I'll get out of the hot seat now and pass it over to Olivia.
Thanks, Julian. Hi guys, my name's Olivia and I'm a ceramicist.
Tell us a little bit about the profile that you're trying to build, what you're trying to achieve with what you're setting up online, like where do you want to take like this talent and skill that you've got?
I mean, originally it wasn't to set anything up, it was just a hobby. But now it's gone in the direction I've gained, a bit of growth on my Instagram and TikTok. I kind of want to take it in the direction of launching my own store in the near future. And yeah, just see where it goes from there.
So making and selling your own products?
Yeah, for sure. So people can purchase them and put them in their own home. That's kind of my dream. I've been doing it for about 2 years now.
Okay, so it's a fairly new hobby, really.
Fairly new, although my first job was actually working in a paint your crockery studio. So I'd open up and families would come in and they'd paint whatever they choose. And I would put them in the kiln and then glaze them and put them back.
Batch was designed to give people freedom of expression. So it's like you as an artist, how do you relate to like having clothes that you feel comfortable in and that you can work in, I suppose?
Yeah, I think especially as an artist, it's easy to cover up. But it's always nice to integrate fashion into your craft and on camera as well. So I do definitely feel like fashion is starting to become more important, and I think it's all a part of the brand scope, isn't it? I only really want to be wearing brands that are conscious and they're thinking about the future as well, because I feel like that's quite big for my own personal brand. So it's another reason that I love this suit.
Well,
yeah, it's really neat. Exactly. I feel like if you let people in on your personality, people on Instagram, you can get attached to profiles and people, and that's the world we live in right now, isn't it? It's you have your favourite YouTubers, TikTokers, and you feel like they're a part of your life in a weird way, which I kind of love because I have my favourite people I like to follow as well. So I guess it's just being really open and authentic to the people following you.
Oh, no, cool.
If you weren't sure, we're coning, we're adding moisture.
The coning's what's doing well on Instagram.
The coning gets a lot of love.
I wonder why.
I get a lot of messages around the coning as well, that's for sure. Yeah, I think when me and my siblings were younger, we were always doing creative stuff. My mum would always say well, you can just make that, you don't have to buy it. And so I've always had that mentality of we can always start from scratch and figure out along the way how to make something. And so when I started my first job working in a pottery studio, my mum was like, you're really good at this, you should do this in the future. But anyway, I guess you go away, you get stuck into different jobs that you think you're meant to be doing. And then I realised once I got a wheel that actually this is one of my favourite things in the world. And I get approached by different brands, but I'm quite particular about who I work with. I think what I loved is obviously you make small batches, depending on the orders, right? So it's just better, it's just more sustainable. And as a woman in kind of the craft world, there's not many workwear kind of cool suits that are made for women. I always buy men's clothes, so I'm always just they look cooler, they're actually more comfortable. But I feel like the batch suits, they're super soft and comfortable, and they look cool, and they're kind of a canvas for me to get messy in. Recently I've been making lamps, and I'm obsessed because not only are you just making a beautiful kind of vase pot for it to be in, you're then adding accessories as well, which I really love because it's a bit more intricate.
Can you make shades?
I'm learning. Yeah. I'm teaching myself how to do pleated shades. So.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of, it's a longer process, but I think I'm just kind of pushing myself a little bit further now. The advice I give to people trying to grow their social media presence would probably be authentic and yourself from the get-go. I think it's really easy to be someone else on social media because we're watching other people all the time and you just want to be, you know, someone else. But I really do think start with what you're good at and go from there. And yeah, be true to who you are because that's your path and everyone's different. So stay niche and stay you. Right. I always struggle to find kind of like women's suits, something that's like cool and casual at the same time, just not too formal. And I guess for me, like the colours are really important because they're very like earthy colours. And I think that's what I represent, like I'm playing with clay, it's part of the earth, and so it all kind of entwines together, and I just really love that whole feel of being like grounded and natural colours as well.